afternoon, sports fans. As always, I am Nathan Stearns, and today the 5-2-1 Saline Hornets take on the Division I 6th-ranked Northville Mustangs in a battle of state powerhouses. Saline, being led by Coach Dana Russello, is out without Devin Riley and Aaron Riley tonight, so Saline going to be a little short-handed. And Northville, coming from the Kensington Lakes Athletic Conference, Saline's already played two teams from the Kensington Lakes Athletic Conference, being Brighton and Heartland. Lost to both teams 1-0 on late goals. Game really could have gone either way in both those scenarios, so Saline going to be looking for a different kind of story here tonight. However, Northville, being the 6th-ranked team in the state, phenomenal team, very deep, both ends, great defense, great offense, so Saline's obviously going to have their work cut out for them if they would like to pick up their 6th win of the year. Last night, Saline was able to defeat the Pinckney Pirates at Pinckney 1-0, so Saline probably going to be a little tired, however. Should be ready to rock and roll here. And starting for your Hornets, number 9, Nora Udries, as well as Elizabeth Sekarak, Emma Petrock, Sophie Wood, Sarah Brannon, Bella Petrock, number 6, Genesis Pena, who scored the only goal and the game-winning goal in that win over Pinckney last night, as well as Lauren Rubin. And for the Northville Mustangs, starting for them is Emma Bauman, Jenna Lauterbach, Sarah Noonan, Megan Krieger, Ari Laba, Karina Moore, Nita Hadari, Nikki Skinner, Chelsea Edgar, Rowan Haynes, and starting in goal for the Mustangs, Carly Casalagoni. And with that, folks, we are off as Saline controls the opening faceoff. Petrock, the booming shot over Udries. Pena cannot corral it and is corralled by number 23, Rowan Haynes. Sekarak now to inbound. Over to Rubin. Sarah Noonan. For Northville, what was looking for number 2, Bauman, however, went over the stands, and Northville, number 4 for them, Lauterbach to inbound, and we'll get another stoppage in play here. As Sekarak to inbound. Looking for Rubin. Rubin runs with it. Cleared out by number 11, Ari Laba, however, for the Mustangs. Petrock briefly was able to corral it, however, Nita Hadari had it, and Northville will look to set up here. Bowman briefly had it, and I believe that's going to be an offsides called on the Mustangs. Annika Udries once again starts in goal for the Hornets after her injuries for the first two couple games that kept her out. Starting in goal for the Hornets once again, and will be directing the Hornets defense all night. Good clear out there by Bella Petrock. However, Northville able to keep it in before Emma boots it out. Rubin now looking for the clear out. Udries able to get the clear out, and Rubin will now take the Hornets downfield. Good cross-field pass to Udries. Udries had it briefly. Emma Petrock comes over to sister Bella and Annika Dahlman, number 18 for the Hornets, Sarah Brannon, with the boot there. Saline a little short-sighted tonight, without the 2 Riley sisters, as well as number 2, Tate Robinson, one of the Hornets' best players in a Michigan Tech commit, dealing with an unspecified injury. Saline scores! Opening goal, 1-0 over the Hornets, or over the Mustangs. Quick goal with just 2 minutes elapsed in the game. Saline scores to get a quick 1-0 advantage. And Saline is off to a quick start over the number 6.
That goes
ranked
by
Northville
number 15,
Wildcats.
Bella Petrock.
And Bella Petrock was credited for that goal, folks. However, Northville being from Livingston County, Saline 0-2 against teams in Livingston County. Going to be looking for a different sort of result here tonight, and they're also going to have to play probably their best game of the year, as Northville is by far and away the toughest team that they have faced here so far. But off to a good start so far. Sarah Noonan now with the shot. However, to the side of the net it goes, and Udry's able to corral it. And Udry's now slow down the pace of the game. Pena with the kick. Why isn't the clock running? Carrick with the inbound. And the ball goes out of bounds. Carrick with the throw-in. Nothing doing. However, Udrys is able to keep it in for the Hornets. Nora Udrys, being the younger sister of Annika Udrys, takes a tumble there. However, Pena, one of Saline's better players and a Siena Heights commit for soccer, briefly has possession there. However, the ball will be tapped harmlessly out of bounds. And Carly Castellagoni, the goalie for the Mustangs, gets her first touch of the night, albeit briefly, as Northville will look to boot it out here. That ball will travel to about the 30-yard line before Dahlman's able to get the header on it. And Rubin goes down to try and corral it for the Hornets. And the ball will go out of bounds off Rubin as Northville will regain possession. And once again, we will get another booming kick. Haynes with the header, however, out of bounds, off Haynes. So Sakarik, who normally performs most of the throwing duties for the Hornets, throws it into no one in particular, and the ball will go out of bounds for Saline. Jenna Lauterbach goes to retrieve the loose ball for the Mustangs. And Nikki Skinner will kick it deep, once again for the Mustangs. Udrys able to get it, but Skinner looks, and Dahlman takes the tumble. That's not going to feel good with her ankle already taped up as is. She has a sore right ankle, however, appears to be okay. Her and Bella Petrock with sore ankles. Bella, number 15 for the Hornets, wearing a knee brace tonight in order to try and keep her knee steady. Saline played a very athletic and really tough Pinckney team last night, was able to come out on top of that in a low-scoring 1-0 affair, and with that, Udrys is going to get the kick. Or Pena, excuse. Udrys. Pena with the kick there, however, not much on it, and easy save for Northville. Morgan Jones with her first touch of the night, able to get past her defender before Ari Laba for the Mustangs knocks it out of Jones's possession. Saline has a core group of seniors that will be looking to lead them to the state finals once again. Of course, Saline won the state championship in 2015 for women's soccer. That header, no good. However, Saline having several really good early scoring chances. That header by Pena, however, not able to corral it there. And Castellagoni with another good save. If Saline wants to go where their ultimate goal is, though, They're going to need to get healthy, especially with Robinson currently on the shelf. She should be back here within the next couple of games. However, the Petrock sisters, the Riley sisters, Annika Dahlman, as well as junior Sekarak have been really important for the Hornets. Morgan Jones, her coming back's been really big for the Hornets, and obviously having Annika Udries back in goal, as well as key bench players for the Hornets, Alyssa Williams and Natalie Voltowski. The Hornets very deep and looking to beat the Mustangs here, as Ruben was almost able to get another shot on goal for the Hornets. Ruben over to Pena. Pena tries to get by the defense of Hadari. However, Hadari did a good job sticking with Pena. Jones with the shot on goal and just missed. Saline doing a really good job putting Castellagoni for the Mustangs to work early here and often. And Castellagoni with the goalie kick will send it out deep. Northville still not able to regain possession as Bella Petrock retrieves the ball, and it goes back to Petrock. Long pass intended for Udries, however, Nora Udries not going to be able to get there. Northville won the Division I Women's Soccer Championship a year before Saline, so Saline and Northville do go back quite a ways. Coach Restrick and Coach Eric Brucker, who currently leads the Mustangs, good friends. However, a little bit of a rivalry has developed as both teams normally have really high-ranking soccer programs. Saline lost 1-0 in that 2014 season, in which the Mustangs would become eventual state championship. That Mustang team that did win states had two Division I kids on it. One went to MSU and another went to UNC, which is kind of the mecca for women's soccer. So that year they were really talented, and they normally produce a good amount of collegiate talent on a year in and a year out basis. Ball kicked deep for Saline. However, Nikki Skinner able to get the header, and we have an injured Mustang. Number 22, Chelsea Edgar, looks like her head is a little sore. However, gets up under her own power and appears to be okay. Pena kicks the ball over to Northville, and Skinner will give it to Ari Laba, and Laba will survey the field. And with 30 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Saline still holds a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the Annika Dahlman goal with the 37-minute mark. And speaking of which, Dahlman has possession briefly before the ball is booted deep. However, Emma Petrock able right there, and Bella Petrock boots it deep as Udries looks to retrieve the ball. However, the ball was kicked off of Laba and went off of Udries. It was deflected off of Udries, and Northville will maintain possession. And once again, Castellagoni for the Mustangs will look to kind of break the monotony of the Northville defense, as Saline's gotten off to a very good start, and the ball's been in Saline's zone, and against the hard attack of the Northville Mustangs on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. Really good start for the Hornets so far, and it looks like we're going to have almost a complete line shift here, as five ladies look like they're going to be entering for the Mustangs, and they include number 25, Tara Beeson, number 15, Dora Koski, number 19, Carmen Rad, and with that, Morgan Jones kicks it on goal and off the side of the post. And we're going to get a new line shift, as Northville's going to look to go with some sort of line combination that's going to be able to slow down the Hornets, as Saline's gotten quite a few good scoring chances here. Morgan Asayer will check in, as well as several other ladies, and the Mustangs are going to have quite a big substitution line here, as number 13, Karina Moore, goes to the bench for them. Number 22, Chelsea Edgar, Louderback, and Nikki Skinner, among others. Dahlman kicks it far side. Udries looks to retrieve it, and she does right before the ball goes out of bounds. Off number 7 in the game for the Mustangs, Haley Brass, and Udries looks to throw it in. Bauman with the kick. Bowman, just a freshman. So clearly got some really good years left in her high school career in terms of how good she'll be in Sacra. Sakarik doing a good job cutting off the momentum of Sarah Noonan after a phenomenal pass that was threaded right between Sakarik. And Jones had the ball, briefly lost it, and loses possession. However, Pena does a good job keeping it in briefly. Sakarik looks to contest that, and the ball is going to be kicked back down off of Bowman. And I believe Saline will be awarded possession. Sakarik once again to throw in for the Hornets. Goes off Northville. Number 12, Morgan O'Sayer just in the game. And number 25, Terry Beeson goes to corral it, and the ball will be out of bounds as Saline and Sophie Wood, first name we've mentioned her name here tonight, will get the ball as Alyssa Williams subs in for Morgan Jones. Wood and Bella Petrak with the kick out of bounds there. Petrak over to Wood, and Wood clears it out far side. Udry's now to retrieve it. Out of bounds as number 11, Ari Labo, is the closest lady to the ball there. And Castiglione, for the fourth, fifth time already tonight, is going to be asked to deliver a good goalie kick for the Mustangs, and is able to do that as the ball travels about 30 yards. However, Bella Petrak able to corral the 50-50 ball. Petrak once again playing phenomenal defense. Northville having a really hard time clearing it out of their own zone and getting any sort of offensive rhythm. Udry's has been untested so far here tonight because in the opening 14 minutes, Northville's got no offensive rhythm whatsoever going. And Saline playing a phenomenal Northville team who very well could go the distance this year, doing a really good job of, especially being short a couple key players, especially the Riley twins, or the Riley sisters and Tate Robinson, doing a good job so far, outmatching the Mustangs and playing their style of ball. They like low-scoring games. They grind it out, and they're really tough. And Northville almost had a shot there. Sarah Noonan had possession going toward the goal. However, three Hornets ladies were right around her and did a good job corralling it before she could get a shot off. Ball's going to be kicked far side by Dahlman. Sakarik and Brannon, the Hornets' best defender, does a phenomenal job with the clear out. That's why you don't really see Sarah Brannon leave the field for the Hornets, because she is their best defense woman and has just an absolutely incredible knowledge of the game, knowing there that she didn't need to force anything, allowing her team to kick the ball out wide and allowing them to reset. Brannon, once again, to her senior teammate and close friend, Emma Patrak. Udry's doesn't look like she's going to get there as the ball will roll out of bounds. Louderback was debating whether to go get the ball or not, and the ball will be off of Saline as we get another substitution here as Voltowski, as well as Catherine Wilkie will check in tonight. Wilkie going to be getting a little bit more playing time with the injuries to the Riley twins and Tate Robinson. Laba. Ball kind of bouncing. Saline's favorite. And Castiglione went out. Oh, man. Saline was really close to putting their second goal of the game here as Voltowski briefly had possession there, but was not able to get a shot off because she had two Northville ladies around her that wouldn't allow her to really get any grip on the ball. Good job by Emma Petrak there. And now Northville's starting to get in their offensive sets for one of the first times here tonight. Petrak with the kick off the leg of Sarah Noonan, and Udry's, for one of the first times here tonight, will kick off for the Hornets. Udry's with the long kick. Over to Wilkie, who's just in the game. Sakarik with the 15-yard clear-out pass. And over now, number 14, Kendall Dillon. She checked in at the last line shift. And with 23 minutes to go here, Saline still holding up to that 1-0 lead. Sakarik throw in off of Voltowski and Northville. And number 12, Osair, will throw in. Bella Petrock with the good clear out pass. And now Northville starting to turn the tide of the first half a little bit as now they're starting to get in their sets. However, Saline doing a good job clearing out the ball and not allowing Northville to maintain any sustained success in that end of the field. Castellagoni now receiving the pass from one of her teammates, kicks it far out. Oh, man. Pass didn't have a lot of mustard on it. Alyssa Williams, if that ball's just a little slower, might have a really good chance for a scoring opportunity there. Northville got lucky on that. Emma Petrock. Deep pass. Deep kick. And Voltowski doing a good job to kick that ball out of bounds. Sakarik throwing. Petrock. Petrock not able to corral the possession there. Petrock with the long kick. Wilkie, or Voltowski, excuse me, almost able to corral it, and Emma Petrock looked like she wanted to get it, and we might have a little bit of a break here, but Udry's able to get to the ball just before Sarah Noonan does. Udry's making a really good decision to go out and get it. Brandon looked like she wasn't necessarily going to get there in time, and that knowledge and that experience of Udry's paying dividends for the Hornets there. And we're just about halfway through the first half here as Saline is still on top 1-0, courtesy of that Annika Dolman goal. Udry's with a phenomenal save off the crossbar for Northville. Northville came that close to tying it up. Udry's got just enough as the ball went inside of the post. Sarah Noonan had a point-blank range shot, had a lot of speed on it, and Udry's coming up big right there. Sophie Wood does a good job driving it out there. However, Saline needs to find a way here to get back in some offensive rhythm. Brandon, smart play there to kick it out. Just clearing it out, allowing Saline to regroup, catch the breath a little bit. And Annika Dahlman and Morgan Jones, the two ladies who started for the Hornets, will check back in as Genesis Pena gets her first breath of the night, as does Sakarik. Can't imagine Sakarik and Pena will be out for that long, especially Sakarik. If Northville continues with their offensive attacks, Sakarik, one of the better Hornets defenders, so she'll probably be back in here within the next 5 or 6 minutes. Udry's briefly had it, was looking for Dahlman, and Dahlman now has possession before she loses it. And Emma Petrock kicking it with the side of her foot. Williams header over the head of Osair. And Wilkie looked like she touched it. However, Saline will maintain possession as Morgan Jones for her first throw-in of the night. Jones over to Wilkie. Wilkie looking for Dahlman. Wilkie not able to get it there. However, Morgan Jones, smart play, not going for the ball, knowing that it was off of Northville. Northville with the header that goes straight up in the air. Tara Beeson almost able to get her foot on it there. Alyssa Williams over to Morgan Jones, and Jones with that pass. Williams looks for Wilkie, however, it looks like Louderback's going to get there first. Saline doing a good job, though, the last minute and a half. They're playing the game on their end of the stadium now. A factor that really could become imperative in determining the Hornets' success or failure here tonight is that they did play last night against Pinckney, and they are going to be a little tired, and you combine that with the fact that they have 4 of their key players out here tonight, and it could be a really interesting night. For Saline, however, being an experienced senior class, that experience also really helps them. Northville starting a couple underclassmen. Dahlman just out of the reach. Jones does a good job staying with it there, and Petrock just going to boot it out, not wanting to risk anything. Wilkie and Louderback go for it. Louderback with the last touch. Throwing for Morgan Jones as we're going to get another big line shift. Looks like some of the original Northville starters are going to check in here, including number 22, Chelsea Edgar, number 17, Nita Hadari, number 2, Emma Bauman, and number 23, Roanne Haynes. Koski briefly had it there, looking for Noonan. However, Petrock and Jones able to kick it out of bounds there. And we are going to get a big line shift as Bowman checks in. And 25, Beeson will check back out, as will Sarah Noonan, who almost had a goal there, and Dora Koski. And Karina Moore just in the game for Northville with the throw-in. Now the ball gets back to center field. Wilkie giving the Hornets a little bit of speed and tough defense off the bench so far. From what I've seen up here, it looks like she's playing really hard defense. It's going for every one of those loose balls. There she goes again. Northville with possession on far side. Sarah Brannon, good close out there. Brannon. Still, Sophie Wood now looking to get a leg on it. And Northville, once again, Udries with the kick. And Northville is right there, folks. You just get the shot that they're going to find a way to score here before the night's all said and done. So Saline's going to want to find a way to put a couple more goals on the board just for safe measure. And we're going to get a corner kick here from Northville. Northville very well coached. Saline got to be on guard. However, this corner kick, once again, corralled by Udries. Udries starting to get busy back out there, and Udries going to allow her team to run back before she kicks it deep. Deep kick by Udries as it goes to midfield. Voltowski almost able to corral there. Hadari with the header over to Emma Petrock. Dahlman now over to Wilkie, and Wilkie side foot pass looking for Williams, nothing doing. Edgar back out far to Wilkie, and Castellagoni, who was busy early but hasn't been busy as of late, kicks it back out for Hadari. Wilkie does a good job boxing out Hadari, and Dahlman with the pass for Voltowski, which Voltowski does receive. Bella Petrock now going against number 23, Roanne Haynes. And Udries, the ball is going to go way out of bounds. And Saline finds themselves rather lucky to be ahead 1-0 here. Both teams with several good scoring opportunities, and holding true to form, Rubin's going to check in, as will Pena. Wilkie stays in, Voltowski checks out, and Bella Petrock is going to check out for her first breather of the night here. Saline now, I believe, is going to get the corner kick or the throw in. Pena, who's just in the game, Pena just in with the corner kick for the Hornets. Around the goal, and Castellagoni through a crowd, able to get it. Good kick there by Pena. She was able to get it right on goal. Castellagoni again. He's going to throw it underhand this time. No, 50-yard kick. Wood. Staying back. Pena trying to kick the ball out from Sofia Jaromski. However, Jaromski kicks it back outside for Louderback. Far side over leg for Williams, and Williams is going to go back now kick the ball out from Karina Moore. Morgan Jones, number 14, loses it to Northville's number 14, Kendall Dillon. Brannon, good kick there, over to Pena, and Nora Udry's looking for Pena. However, a little too long of a pass, and Northville will look to clear. Boy, a pretty evenly matched game so far here. Wood being harassed there by Bowman, the freshman. However, Wood's going to kick it back out. Pass a little too long for Rubin and Castiglione. Clean up the mess there. Castiglione, underhanded pass. Over to 23, Haynes. Deep pass there, tiptoeing out of bounds was Northville. However, able to stay in bounds is Hayne. Brannon with the long boot. That's going to squirt out of bounds. However, good clear out there. Northville is awarded possession. But Brannon has had about 4 or 5 really good clear outs there. So fair. And Northville appears to have a substitution as number 10, Jaromski, runs to the sideline for Northville. That big rotation that Ruslow, normally likes to employ, not going to be on display here tonight. However, Northville is going to be more fresh here as the game goes on late, so Saline going to have to do a good job staying conditioned and finding that extra gear late. You get the feeling that if they're able to even just tie this game, it's going to be an accomplishment for them. Playing the second game of a back-to-back night event. They played Pinckney last night, as previously mentioned. And Pinckney's good, wore the Hornets down, and it took a late goal by Pena to give the Hornets their 5th win of the year. So, Rubin, good defense there. Does a really good job forcing Louderback out of bounds. However, Castiglione, the senior, will look to kick it deep as we are at 11 minutes left in the game here. Pena, Rubin, Louderback, Williams, almost able to corral it. 50-50 jump ball there. Wilkie has it. Another header. Pena got her foot on it, and it looks like Bowman able to slow the ball down for Northville. Chelsea Edgar with the long pass. Brannon able to get her foot on it, and another clear out. Saline looking for their 6th win of the night here before they get back to SEC Red play. And we will get another brief clear out here. And with that, folks, we will get a line change as 23, Haynes will check out, as will Chelsea Edgar. Number 17, Nita Herdari gets her 2nd rest of the night, and Northville, once again, doing a good job keeping their girls fresh as we get 2 of the Hornets' key players, Sekarak and Belpetrack, to check back in. It's Morgan Jones and Catherine Wilkie. And Wilkie, after getting her first amounts of meaningful playing time in quite some time, playing really good defense for the Hornets. And with just 9 minutes to go, Saline, albeit some close calls, still finds himself with the narrowest of points margins. And for all of you folks who would like more sports action, our next broadcasts are going to be on May 4th and 5th as we cover the Golden Triangle meet, which is one of the largest Midwestern track meets in the state of Michigan and in the Midwest. So come out for that, as it is it is probably the premier track event in the entire state of Michigan all year, and of course Saline hosting it for the 20th year in a row. Rubin looks at there, however, I believe the ball was out on Laba. Saline now, and Petrak going to get it. Petrak with the corner kick. Looking to get a head on it. However, I think that was Laba using her height. And Northville with the clear out. However, Petrak is going to kick it back in the Hornets' direction. Sakarik kicks a long moonshot of a ball. Goes way toward the Hornets' side and will eventually go out of bounds. And I believe Wilkie and Jones are going to go back, or Voltowski and Jones, excuse me, are going to go back in. Number 14 for the Mustangs, Kendall Dillon. He's going to take a quick breath here. Petrak, Pena, over to Wood. Wood overran the ball a little bit. Brandon, no problem, however, slowing the ball down. Northville now with a little bit of a run. And Udries looks like she's going to want to clean it up. Oh, close, 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 close. Offside of the post. Northville once again comes within inches of scoring, however, nothing doing. Ball off the crossbar, and Saline finds themselves in a very advantageous position, being up 1-0 as Udries was kind of caught in no man's land trying to get that pass. However, once again, Sarah Noonan, with her second chance of the night, having a chance. She's only a sophomore, folks, so her and Bowman going to be really good for Northville next year, as will Sakarik and Rubin for the Hornets. Jones. Oh, Jones did a little bit of the splits there, trying to get the ball out. Appears to be okay, however. Louderback with the throw-in. Annika Dahlman briefly was able to get her foot on it. However, Sakarik tried to get it, but Noonan able to kick it out. Brannon tries to clear out, no such luck. And kicked far side. Sakarik does a good job there as she's able to boot that bounds intended for Dorkowski out of bounds. The clock's starting to wind down here in the first half, and Saline, once again, if they are able to come out of this game victorious tonight, will improve to 6-2-1 as they're currently on a 6-game win streak. Udries, boy, phenomenal defense there by Sophie Wood. Did a really good job blocking off her fellow Northville counterpart so that a quality shot wasn't committed. And the game really starting to ramp up in intensity as we have a header go out of bounds. Saline just going to look here to keep Northville off the scoreboard here before the final 5 minutes concludes. Wood wrestling for the ball. Briefly had it. Northville. Oh, good read there by Petrak. Over to Sakarik. To Pena. To Wood. Off Wood, but Wood going to stick with it. Wasn't able to kick it very far, and Northville able to corral it. Noonan, once again, pass for Kendall Moore, and Moore ball blocked by Sakarik. Sakarik trying to kick it before it goes out of bounds, falls trying to corral it, and no such luck. This just feels like one of those games where Northville, if they get going, they're going to score some goals in a hurry because they have been right there at the doorpost a couple times. However, give Saline credit. At the end of the day, if the game were to end right now, they would get their 6th win of the year. However, long time to go here. All in all, though, Coach Russell has got to be really happy considering the circumstances that the Hornets find themselves in. Voltowski, if they're able to beat Northville, who is the 6th-ranked team in Division I, going off of a second night's rest without 3 of their best players, probably their best win of the year, and would probably be just an overall testament to how much they've improved since the beginning of the year. And we mentioned earlier that the Northville Mustangs are in the Kensington Lakes Athletic Association Conference. Other teams that are also in that conference are Livonia Stevenson, Brighton, who Saline played in soccer earlier this year, Howell, Novi, Northville, who Saline played, Saline losing to Northville, and Brighton 1-0, as well as Grand Blanc. They've not fared extremely well against teams from Livingston County, which is where the majority of the Kensington Lakes Conference is headquartered. However, looking to rectify that statistic here tonight. And with just 3 minutes left, Morgan Jones now goes on her knees, trips as Tara Beeson was right in there too. Jones still going. Ruben Castellagoni. Man, this is one of those games where it could be 4-3 or 3-. It just does not feel like a 1-0 game so far, folks. It really doesn't. Several high-quality scoring chances by both teams. Castellagoni coming up big there. Battle of two terrific senior goaltenders for Castellagoni for Northville and Udries for Saline. Ball booted over the head of Northville, and Castellagoni will go to corral it and slow down the pace of the game as the first half winds down here. Ball out of bounds, borderline out of bounds there. Carmen Rod. Dahlman looking. Jones falls for her third time here in probably the last 10 minutes. Wood, over the head of Wood, going to look to get there, off the face, offside. Saline call over break there is once again Northville having a chance to maintain some offensive success. How Saline probably just going to be looking to slow down the pace of the game, get to the half. So we get a brief stoppage in play as Alyssa Williams will check in for the last minute and a half here. Morgan Jones going to the bench. Long pass. Dahlman header. Pena. The bicycle kick. Laba goes to corral that, and that ball's going to go out of bounds here as we near the 1 minute mark here in the first half. Saline's JV team was able to defeat Northville 3-2 earlier in the day, right before this game started. That game concluded. It was a really close game, right down to the end. However, Saline did a really good job the last 3.5 minutes just clearing the ball out. And whenever they would clear the ball or have possession, they would just kick it 30, 40 yards, not really allowing Northville to get anything going, as so much time had run off the clock by the time the Mustangs had gotten off the ball. And you're seeing a little bit of that here right now. Has a little bit of hot potato and Mexican jumping beans being played with the ball right now. Throw in. Brannon does a good job blocking off her lady. And Brannon, good, just phenomenal smarts there by Brannon. Didn't need a long pass, didn't need anything hard. But what she does do is she gets 10 more seconds to run off the clock, and Saline right now is just playing for halftime. Northville starting to move into the Saline zone. However, Saline doing a good job kicking the ball out of bounds, so Northville is not really going to have a scoring chance here. As the clock runs out, Petrock with the header. Saline finds themselves in a 1-0 lead in this back-and-forth game. We'll be back to bring you guys the second half of this thrilling doubleheader after a brief 10-minute intermission. Thank you guys for listening, and as always, I'm Nathan Stearns.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to announce our general sponsors to the Saline High School Women's Soccer Program. Those sponsors are AFC Ann Arbor, Acoustic Ceiling and Partition, Ann Arbor State Bank, Michigan Orthodontics, Northern Vending, Wolverine for Life, Amanda May Photography, List Biological Laboratories, BNC Contractors, Brood Awakenings, Dean Higgins, Dr. Catherine Kelly, Orthodontics, First Baptist of Ypsilanti, Davis Corporate Solutions, Kerrigan Cafe, Raymond's Business Wisdom Delivered, Julie Y. Lee, DDS, Gift of Life, Michigan, Atlas Home Inspection, University Lending Group, Saline Optometry, Woodland Family Dentistry, Henry Ford Health Systems, and the Henry Ford Breast Cancer Program, Advantage Strength, Care One Rental, Dr. Jean Lesh, Fancher's Upholstery, Georgette Hansen, Janet Targard, Michigan Power Rodding, SISU Mouthguards, Thistle Downs, One-on-One Hairstyling, Capstone Tax and Financial. Support our local sponsors. Their generous contributions allow for our graduating senior soccer players to receive assistance through scholarship funds toward their next steps in education. We thank you very much. At this time, we also like to announce the Junior Hornet Soccer Camp. Train with the best. Experience training, conditioning, and playing with the best coaching staff and players in Michigan high school soccer. It's coming up May 12th, 4:30 to 7:30, girls and boys grades 1 through 8. You can email shssoccerscholarship@gmail.com or get more info at the ticket booth. Proceeds fund the Saline High School Soccer Scholarship Program and support Saline's social services. Again, that's Junior Hornet Soccer Camp, May 12th from 4:30 to 7:30. Ever think about going pro? If you're in high school, professional trades in Michigan could be a career path for you in high-paying fields like automotive, healthcare, and advanced manufacturing. Go to going-pro.com to find out more. At Farmers, we believe in smarter coverage because the more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Find your local agent, Lynn Thomas Perry, at 734-316-2068. We are insurance. We are Farmers.
And welcome back, folks, for the second half of the Saline Hornets versus the Northville Mustangs. Saline currently holding a 1-0 lead as Annika Dahlman was able to score early. But since that opening goal at 37 minutes, we have gone scoreless. We should be underway here very shortly here. And it appears that Northville, number 5, Sarah Noonan, who's probably been the Hornets' best, or the Mustangs' best pure scorer to this point, and best offensive threat, kicks it off for the Mustangs. And with that, we are underway here in the second half. Louderback goes to retrieve it. Udry's far side defends. Saline 40 minutes away from their 6th win of the year. And by far and away, probably their best win, a win that's going to get a lot of recognition throughout Saline here, throughout all Saline soccer fans, if they're able to win this over Northville, who as previously mentioned is a phenomenal, I believe Saline is ranked 14th or 15th in the state, and Northville is ranked 6th, and you can see why. Move the ball very well, very smart, don't make many errant passes, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. Sakarik briefly able to hold that down, however, Jaromski, who starts the second half, at that ball, and number 7, Haley Brass. 2 girls who didn't start the game are starting the second half for Coach Eric Brucker. Rubin, Sakarik, Jones. Jones still going. Good pass for Rubin. Rubin, not a lot of room to operate under, however. And 25, Tara Beeson kicks it deep. For Northville, number 14, Kendall Dillon has the ball. 22, Chelsea Edgar briefly had it. Now the ball is going to be kicked around a little more around the perimeter, and Brass. Brass going to get it. Jaromski. Jaromski looking, surveying, tries to juke out Jones, nothing doing. Jones, good defense there, good job staying around. It's hard to beat the Hornets at defense, don't care who you are. Sakarik, good defense there against Jaromski. Jones, long kick with the clear out. Laba goes back to get it, and the deep kick by Castellagongi. Sakarik once again with the long boot and the clear out. Brass over to Jaromski. Jaromski off Sakarik. And Brandon tried to save it, however, not able to. Sakarik. Brandon. Deep pass. Header by Haynes. Jones once again getting in the mix early here tonight. Good clear out there. Louderback. Over to Brass. Brass, Louderback. Louderback. Laba. Udry's almost able to steal that pass away from Laba. However, nothing doing there. And Northville is now out of the danger zone as Tara Beeson briefly has it. Jones. Good steal there by Morgan Jones. His Rubin with her, and just going to look to clear it out there. Smart decision. Castellagoni. Dahlman does a good job, despite being boxed out by Haynes getting a foot on it. Sakarik does a good job keeping the ball for Saline. Rubin going against Laba. Laba now. I think the thing that really strikes me about this Northville team, folks, is not only are they so highly ranked, but they are so young. I mean, I'm looking at the roster. Emma Bowman started for them for freshman. Jenna Lauterbach started for them junior. Sarah Noonan started for them, sophomore. Megan Krieger started for them. She is a senior. Labas, who started for them, is a sophomore. Karina Moore, who started for them, is a junior. Nada Hodari, who started for them, is a junior. And then Skinner, Edgar, and Haynes, who started for them, are all juniors. But that's, by my count, 5 starters for them that are all either juniors or some other grade level, and that's not including all the rotations that they've had. So they're going to be stacked, chock full of talent for many years to come. And you pair that with that coaching staff, and it's no wonder why they find themselves at the top of the rankings every single year. Emma Petrak now. Looking. Good pass. Skipped over the leg of Pena. Haynes. Far side kick. Jones able to briefly get it in. Haynes. Back out. Northville as Bella Petrak. Got a foot on it, and right now, not a lot of offensive going for either or. Is finally, Dylan just kicks it out of bounds. Brannon, with nothing but room, decides to kick it over to Pena. Good pass to Emma Petrak. Petrak, ball kicked heavily by Osair. And Noonan. Throw in for Northville. Saline once again still finding themselves with a 1-0 lead. Ball bounces around. Petrak does a good job staying with her lady there, playing strong defense. And the ball gets forced out of bounds. Phenomenal defense there. Great closeout, great vertical speed. Did a good job not overrunning Koski. And Saline is going to have to find a way to hunker down here, as this corner kick is really dangerous. Northville's able to get a header on it. They have some height over Saline. They are a little bit taller. If they're able to get a head on it, you never know which way the ball's going to ricochet. They decide not to go that route, though, as Noonan kicks it far. Udries looks. Header. No good. And Northville once again right there, it seems. But with 33 minutes to go, Saline once again up 1-0, as Voltowski is going to check in for some defensive support for the Hornets. And we're going to redo the corner kick as Haley Brass looks to get Northville on the board. Noonan standing right in front of Udries, and the header clear out there by Saline, albeit briefly. Louderback over. Good job by Dahlman, clearing it out of the danger for Saline. Off Louderback. Saline now going to maintain possession here with 8 minutes gone here in the second quarter. And Morgan Jones going to take another breath here. It seems like we've had a Morgan Jones, Voltowski platoon here. Skarik. Still not able to corral it here. Noonan. Both teams really haven't been able to drive down the field at all with the ball in their possessions. The ball's been really bouncing on both sides here tonight, and there's been a lot of out-of-bounds calls on both sides. A lot of intermissions and stoppages in play. Rubin looking. Voltowski. Jaromski now with possession. Noonan not able to get there. And Skarik, the Hornets' main throw-in lady. Ball goes off the top of the head of Brass. Voltowski kicks it far side for Udries. Udries, who had that big game against Pioneers, has been pretty quiet here tonight, as has Sophie Wood. Skarik does a good job. Ball went right to her. It's going to keep it in. And Emma Petrak, or Bella, excuse me. I believe Bella Petrak is going to Ashland University and Emma's going to Alma, so Parents must be really proud as the two twin sisters both going to college to play soccer. Saline actually with 3 pairs of siblings all on the soccer team is Devin and Aaron Riley, Emma and Bella Petrak, and Nora Udries and Annika Udries, the goalie. So 2 of those sister pairs start, or 2 of those pairs of sisters started tonight as Emma and Bella Petrak normally always start for the Hornets, as do Annika Udries and Nora Udries. Wood, good cutoff there. Northville, however, at Noonan, don't want to let her get open. Good pass over to Jaromski. Jaromski, hard kick. Good job there by Emma to get her head on it. Brandon goes down with it, and just going to be cleared out. Actually, no, as Haynes keeps it in. Saline looking to probably just boot it out here. Brandon, Noonan with the kick. Didn't get a lot on it. Udries able to get it with Skinner right in her face. Boltowski, ball looks like it's just going to go out of bounds. No, she saves it. And the ball's going to be kicked out of bounds by Brass. Wilkie now to check in for Bella Petrak. Skarik. Throw in. Over the leaping Moore. Wilkie able to get it. And Dahlman does a good job there. Good pass by Rubin. Rubin looking to get around. Falls. And great defense there by Lauterbach. Boy, 2 titans of the sport going at it here. Both teams giving it everything that they have. Wilkie now checked in over to Pena, who had that goal last night that won Saline the game and improved them to 5-2. Sakarik, Dahlman, Boltowski, Brass, and Laba kicks it deep and hits her own teammates Koski and Hadari on the sideline. Sakarik once again with it. Wilkie, Brandon comes up. Try and keep the ball in, and does, as Petrak now will just kick it far side and long. And this is kind of how it's been. Northville's able to corral it. They kick it 5 yards, and the ball goes out of bounds, and Saline maintains possession. Haynes now with it. Long pass. Sarah Brandon probably going to get there in time. Brandon does a good job with more trucking there. Just kick it out of bounds and regroup. And with 27 minutes to go here in the game, Saline still up 3-0 as Brass throws it in for them. Oh, whoa, man. Once again, that's about the 4th time Northville's come within about 3 inches of scoring. Just off the far side, Udries diving for it. May have gotten a hand on it. And Northville's going to be in a great position with a corner kick. Saline, Brad. Header. Hajari not able, boy. Northville's got to be getting a little frustrated now because they have been right there. Morgan Jones to check back in for Rubin. Udries kicks the ball deep at the 35-yard line. Wilkie kicks it to Jones, who just checked in. Jones goes behind the legs of Brass and can be out on Dahlman. And Northville maintains possession. Brass, Wilkie, Dahlman, Hadari. I tell you what, though, this is one of those games that you would call a measuring stick game. You play in the SEC, right? There are some good soccer teams. Wow, good job, Sarah Brandon, preventing that kick and allowing Saline to clear it out there. She's probably one of the main reasons why Northville is still scoreless. But going back to my previous point, this is one of those games where you really find out where you are as a team, because it's good to beat up on a bunch of subpar teams. And when you play a team like Northville, you find out really where all those strides that you've been making, where you really are. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Morgan Osair, senior for Northville, throws it into Ida Hadaria, junior. Looks like Petrak's going to be the first one to get to the ball. Another good by Petrak as she kicked it off the leg of Kendall Dillon, thereby allowing Udries to retrieve it as the ball went out of bounds of Northville. And Udries going to kick it deep. You just wonder that if Northville's finally able to break the ice and get a goal here, if they're maybe able to get 2 or 3 in a row. It reminds me a lot of that Saline Pioneer game. It was deadlocked for the longest time, and Saline then scored 3 goals within a very short period in the second half, and that allowed them to really kind of shut the door on the Pioneers. Ball out of bounds, favor Northville, and Northville with the throw-in. And we're just about halfway through the second half here. And Castiglione kicks it off the head of Pena, and the ball's going to go far as it trickles out of bounds off brass. Rod. Morgan Jones with Rod all over her. Oh, wanted to go to Voltowski. If Voltowski was there, might have had a chance, however. Udry's not able to thread the needle with that pass. Emma Petrak is able to hit a giant rainbow of shot, however, kind of bounced up in the air like one of them super balls. And Rod now. Brandon does another good job. One of the Hornets' most physical defenders plays with a chip on her shoulder, and that's been evidenced the last 5 minutes when she's made 2 diving stops, gotten on the ground, not afraid to mix it up a little bit for the Hornets, and that's always something that you need. Castiglione. And once again, the ball is going to bounce to the 40-yard line. Jones comes in, looking to box out as Moore comes in to help out, and Sakarik just going to kick it out wide, over the leg of Dahlman, over Voltowski, over to Pena, and Pena now, with a little bit of room to operate, is going to kick it deep, and it'd be good for 3 points, but it's not good for any points, because this is not football. So, with that, Castiglione will kick it out as Emma Petrak and Alyssa Williams check in for the Hornets. Dahlman checks back out, as does Rubin. And with just 22 minutes to go here, Saline still holding on by the skin of their teeth to that slim 1-0 lead. Voltowski, Jones, Williams can't quite get there, it appears. I believe the ball is going to be out at Northville, then we're going to get a corner kick. And it looks like that's what's it's going to be, is the Ashland College commit looks to throw it in, Bella Petrak. Saline looking to get a header in with the way the ball ricochets. Petrak. Oh, right there. They came close, but no cigar. So, Morgan Jones still, though, between 3... Did a good job between 3 Northville ladies holding on to the ball. Now, Moore. Petrak. Oh, Emma skipped over the leg. Good cutoff there by Bella, though. And Brandon just going to boot it out of bounds and deep, so Northville's forced to regroup. Ball off. Rod. goes the chase, and the possession is going to be awarded, looks like to Saline. And we're getting a little bit of a change in personnel here for the Mustangs as Nikki Skinner checks in. For the Wildcats, is number 11, Ari Laba gets a quick breather, as does Sophie Juronsky and number 13, Karina Moore. Good Brandon on the ground again. Jones, you can see Northville starting to ramp up the intensity. They know that there's not a lot of time left in this game. And if they want to win and not just tie, they want to get something going now. Jones appears to be a little shaken up after that. Bella Petrak. And we're going to get stoppage in play here. Jones appears to be struggling to breathe a little bit. Udry's going to check in. She was out most of conditioning with a myriad of injuries. The referee now going to come over to check, and Udry's looks like she's going to check in. And with that, folks, we will step away for a little bit. I think she looks like she's just out of breath, or maybe cramping up a little bit of both. Udry's going to check back in. Jones just looks exhausted more than anything else, folks, and I can't blame her. Playing a heavy amount of minutes with the injuries to Tate Robinson as well as the Riley sisters. And back-to-back nights. Lexi Papore and Hannah Jarvie also out for the Hornets. They've been out a little longer, so Papore and Jarvie, two other players that played quite a bit earlier in the season, so Saline's able to get those two key ladies back as well as the Riley sisters and Robinson. They're going to be good to go here from here on out. Wilkie able to kick it deep. Throw in for Brass. Sophie Wood, good kick. Showing maturity beyond her years. Wood only a sophomore, but doing a good job there to clear it out as we're past the halfway point here. And you can see Saline starting to become a little tired. However, they just got to find 19 more minutes, and then they can celebrate, hopefully, a Hornets victory. Brannon off her chest. Boy, she seems to be like the Energizer Bunny. She never gets tired. Off Northville and Udry's. After all the saves she's made tonight, going to retrieve that ball is just about as can of corn as it gets. And Udry's now looking for a thundering kick. And that's what the Hornets get as the ball bounds at the 35-yard line. Udry's trying really hard to keep it in. Wilkie now comes over to assist her teammate. And the ball once again goes out of bounds. Wood had possession. Ball bounding out of bounds and is going to trickle out of bounds there. Once again, the ball goes out of bounds. Northville, however, is going to retain possession here as 18 minutes are left. And after Saline scored with 3 minutes, within 3 minutes of the game, we've had quite a bit of a scoring lapse. However, it does not feel like a 1-0 game. It feels like a 5-4 game based on all the quality scoring chances both teams have had. Alyssa Williams now goes far side to retrieve that ball. Off the head of Wilkie. Noonan. Good defense there by Wood, though. With the clear out, Woltowski got a foot on it. And now Brass for Northville is going to kick it over to Castellagoni, and we'll restart. Louderback, far side. Williams looks to clamp down there on defense. Over to number 25, Tara Beeson. Sarah Noonan now. Good, albeit Really good block there by Wood, and Sakarik now is going to be able to retrieve it. Going to look to kick it deep, and that's exactly what she does. Header. Now Wilkie with the header. Pena looked like she had it in her sights, but the ball's going to once again look like it's going to roll out of bounds. Just stayed in. Sarah Noonan to the ground. Brannon and Dillon mixing it up a little. No call. The Northville fans want an explanation. However, going to be no penalty called on Brannon, and that's good for Saline because with the offensive push, they can't afford to be down their best defense lady. Udry's now just about 15 minutes to go here. Looking to burn some clock now. Saline's starting to get to the point where if they can hold them scoreless for the next 10 minutes here, they're going to hopefully start to clear it out a little bit and try to run down the clock. Voltowski, good header. Dahlman. Saline doing a good job with the clear out there because now Northville's forced to go all the way back. Wilkie trying to get the pass from Wood. Brannon, good side kick, and the ball goes into the stands. She's been everywhere tonight, folks, I tell you. Haley Brass throwing Wilkie, done a good job staying with Brass. Wilkie in her limited playing time tonight's been really good. She's been all around the ball. She's got to be up there in terms of total touches for the Hornets. Really good return for Catherine Wilkie. Bella Petrak does a good job clearing it over the head of the Northville offense. And time continues to tick down for Northville. Emma Petrak. Brannon. Off the leg of an over lady, and Koski had it. Udry's now looking. Good clear out. Udry's had it. Voltowski probably not going to get there. However, it's good. Northville going to be forced to go back their own end. Rubin to check in for Salinas. Voltowski gets a quick breather. Dan Dickerson's one of them. Wood throws over to Erica Topin. Wood, nice clear out. Saline starting to play some smart ball here. Good job keeping it in there, wasted more time. Rubin. Time continues to tick off here as we reach the 13-minute mark. Wood, throw in. Brannon. Wanted to get there, but Bella Petrak's going to get there first. And Wood, or Udry's, excuse me, going toe-to-toe with Haley Brass there. Wilkie. Emma Petrak just kicks it deep again. Sakarik almost able to keep it in the offensive zone there. However, you got to look. Noonan was almost got behind the Hornets defense. You got to watch her. She's had 2 or 3 really good shots on goal, and it's just been by poor luck. Good defense, Brannon. Read that all the way. Rubin. Playing good defense. And we're getting another out-of-bounds play. Saline's going to be even if they're only able to tie here, you got to feel good about playing a team like this. When everything's going against them, they're going to find a way, hopefully, to at least stay out of the losers column at the end of the night's result. Pena. Nice move there to get around Red. Just a little kick there by Dahlman. And a skyscraper of a pass. Brandon now looks to boot it. Deflected off a foot. And I believe that was Dahlman that took a tumble here. She's had a couple hard hits tonight, but doing a good job staying in there. Petrak. Emma. Kick now. Hoping to take some time off the clock there. Saline being really smart now. The clock's their friend, not their enemy, so. But a lot of sports teams don't realize is the role of clock management. You know, it's just something that Northville's starting to get a little frustrated, trying to do everything they can to create some sort of offense here, but with time continuing to roll, they're not exactly putting themselves in a good spot. Saline now gets to take another 20 seconds off the clock to get reorganized here and be at their own end of the field. Clock continues to roll. Pena off the cross. Oh, boy, Brandon was right there. Can't play it off the goalpost. Castellagoni. And now we're under 10 minutes. Hopefully we won't have a repeat of the first two teams from Livingston County that Saline played, where Heartland scored and Brighton scored both within the last 5 minutes of the game. So hopefully we will avoid that. Wood. Over to Emma. Petrak. Boots it a little further. Good play there by Dahlman. Northville fans are starting to get a little frustrated with what they believe are a lack of calls by the officials on part of Saline. However, Saline now continuing to let the clock move. Northville maintains possession here, but now we're under 9 minutes. And number 11 for Northville, Ari Laba, who's been one of the Mustangs' better offensive players, going to check in to try and give them some much needed speed and size. Morgan O'Sear to check in now. Morgan Jones appears to be okay. She's going to go back in for the final stretch run of this game. In a slow pass. Good job there by Noonan. With the outstretched leg. Petrak with the hard kick. And Saline clears it out again. Pena. Saline not able to get a big clear out there. And that ball's going to be off and in favor of Saline. And we're going to get a substitution here. Throw in by Wood. Jones, good header. She comes in. After Wood here, you want to take as long as you possibly can. Throw it in here. Saline now they're starting to become at the point now where they just got to start. If they're able to keep it deep in Northville's offensive zone, they might come out of here might very well come out here winners. Emma Petrak, another good kick, and it's going to go just past Northville. Got it right between crease there is Haley Brass. Not able to get it there. Jones does a good job there. And we're going to stop it to play. And Saline doing exactly what they're supposed to. Doing a good job burning the clock and keeping it in their offensive zone. Dahlman, no harm, no foul there with the header. Northville starting to try with a little bit of hurry-up offense. However, Morgan Jones doing a good job. Wood kicks it hard. And we're just about 6 minutes away from the conclusion of this game here. And Dahlman gonna kick it over to Brandon, and Brandon now the corner kick, or not the corner kick, excuse me, the Pena. Straight up in the air, and that looks like it's gonna go out of bounds. Northville now trying to launch one final offensive attack. Still looking to clear it. Jones. Petrak just able to get a little bit of leg on it, however, not nearly enough. Brandon, good header. Jones just missed the kick. There you go. Good kick there, out of bounds. Now Brass has to go and get it. That's probably going to be Udries. Wood does a good job blocking Udries. Does a good job. Things got a little hairy there, but nonetheless, Saline has been able to avoid the one big mistake here. Looking for the clear out, and they need a clear out. Zakaric. Good job booting it there. Hits the crease and rolls back down. Emma Petrak. Trying to hit the crease. Zakaric now. And able to get it to roll out of bounds. Now 4 minutes. Throw in by Zakaric. Rubin, off of Rubin. 4 minutes to go. Zakaric. Jones, Zakaric. Dahlman. Jones. Petrak looks to clear it out, not getting the big clear out there. Oh, under the leg of Zakaric. Pena. Ball's just going to be far side. Boy, you can't have many more good scoring opportunities if you're Northville. 3 minutes to go now, and Udries is going to take all the sweet time in the world here. He only kicks it to the 20 this time. Wood does a good job kicking it out the leg of Bowman, and now we're under 3 minutes. Northville not really. If Saline's able to get it deep in Northville's territory, Northville is going to be buried. Good throw in there. Rubin looking for the kick. Bowl now around midfield. Good header by Petrak. Pena. Good job, Pena. Ball almost hit the crease there. Time continuing to run off the clock for Northville. Good job, Zakaric. Oh boy, if that went over Skinner's head. Rubin now. Basically in prevent defense now are the Hornets. Ball kicked deep. Williams didn't hit it hard, but did a good job. It's a good job kicking out of bounds. Now we're under 2 minutes. Not a lot of time left. Sakaric. Williams doesn't know where it is briefly. Now Petrak looking for the clear out. Heavy clear out there. The ball's going to take a slow bounce, and Rubin falls. Only a minute 30 now, and Northville's been able to get into Saline's zone, but Saline's got to clear out at just the right time, and Rubin, Petrak, there you go. And that's big for Saline. That is huge. Now Northville's got to regroup. Good kick there by the goalie. However, Brandon now off the head of Bowman. Pena. Boy, what an exciting last couple minutes here. Now only a minute to go. Brandon, another clear out. Rubin. If Rubin was able to get past that, Northville would have been in some deep water. How would? Oh, man. So close. 45 seconds to go here. Whatever Northville has, Udries gobbles that up, and that's big. Now, if she's able to punt it deep here, folks, only 30 seconds left. And a long side scraper with some good hang time. Williams. And Saline is 20 seconds away from beating the 6th-ranked team in the state, improving to 6-2-1 on the year. Ball goes out of bounds, and Northville, with only 10 seconds left now, Brandon just going to block out Bowman to let the clock run down, and that is just going to about do it here. Saline did just enough, and Dahlman's goal is going to be the winner, as Saline finally beats
Saline Hornets 1, the Northville Mustangs 0.
Northville.
Saline High School,
Saline
thank you for attending tonight's game.
77 minutes
And as
without
always,
scoring, but it
please
was
drive
Dahlman's
home
goal, and they
safely.
are probably gassed, but they did just enough. Great win for Saline here. Once again, folks, we will be back on the air this Friday and Saturday for the Golden Triangle meet. As always, I'm Nathan Stearns, and have a great night and a great weekend, and thank you guys for tuning in.